I was once first mate on the Wave Mistress, ship of the line in Kultiras' Third Fleet, the Doomed Fleet. Doomed for on its last voyage, the fleet was attacked by red dragons. Dragons controlled by orcs. We didn't stand a chance against that dragon fire, and our fleet was burned and sunk off this here coast. I'm the sole survivor of those poor vessels. Oh, my head hammers and pounds. I'll need a fresh drink if I'm to get a handle on this hangover and continue my tale. We need to get first mate Fizz Simmons here some booze. And welcome back to more World of Warcraft Classic. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. So as I said last time, we're going to do some work here in the wetlands.
What can I do for you?
Let's see, a flagon of Dwarven Honeymead. That is not entirely cheap.
Watch your back.
Can I help you?
Bolstered, Fitzsimmons continues his tale. I am the sole survivor of the ill-fated Third Fleet of Kultiras, wrecked off the coast to the north. But although I'm the only member of the fleet still breathing, I'm not the only one still walking about. For on one of our ships was hidden a great and terrible treasure, and the eerie power of it keeps the souls of my brothers trapped within the ship's rotting hulls. But if you can free some of my brothers, then perhaps you can break their curse. 13 sailors, 5 marines, and first mate Snellig. His snuff box, specifically.
Have a good one.
That's to the north, so that's something that we could probably do pretty immediately.
What can I do for you?
He also has the Green Warden, but that's a gray quest. I did check that one out. And I'm trying not to let quests go gray. Obviously, we didn't come here probably when we could have. And so we're going to miss out on some content because of that. But that is the way that it goes. Well, it says off the coast to the north, but I'm kind of thinking that could mean anywhere, right? I don't see any ships. They'd have to be out quite a ways. I see some ships, way up there, to the point where I don't know if swimming is the most efficient way. We probably could have taken a land route and gotten ourselves a little bit closer. But I'm thinking that ragged sail we see in the distance is where we're headed. Looks like some murlocs on the right side here. We'll have to remember that. If we have anybody asking us to fight murlocs, now I'm actually glad that we're out here on the water, so that we don't aggro an entire murloc village. They're level 21. So, you know, we could probably take like 3 of them. Oh, let's not aggro that guy beneath us. I think we're far enough away, at level 30 at least, to not aggro. I could have repaired before we left. That would have been smart. Almost didn't see that guy at all. We have decent inventory space. It's not the best, but I'm not interested in fighting 3 or 4 of them at once. Especially if they're green. And especially if we can just go around. He has some kind of gouge or stun he can throw on us. It's a big benefit for me in throwing hamstring up early on mobs that we know are going to run. Look at that, the Lost Fleet. If I had to take a guess on of which of these ships the snuff box is going to be on, I would say the further one, so we're going to head out there first. And we'll start clearing up top and work our way below decks carefully. Oh, look at that. We are turned into an undead. Curse of the Eye. Cursed by the Eye of Paleth. Physical damage dealt is reduced by 8. Casting speed is reduced. This is just an all-around shit debuff we have on us. And look at what an adorable undead we would make. That's just delicious. Okay. Maybe we'll just stay in defensive. They're immune to rend, but they're not immune to sunder. At least these guys aren't running away from us. I don't really see a way to get below decks from up here unless there's a door this way. Brains? He wants brains? Why would he want brains? He's a spirit, right? I don't know why he would want brains, but okay. That just seems like a personal preference at this point, for him, you know? Although we appear undead, we don't have the benefit of having the breath, the unlimited breath they have, so we're gonna have to be a little careful. These guys are yellow. Let's... Oh, there's 2 of them there. I want to get this guy by himself. And that didn't work. Or did it? I can't tell. I thought this other guy had aggroed us, but I guess he's just running around all crazy over there by himself. That's perfectly fine with me. Now he's looking at us. I don't like that. We've encountered some interesting mobs recently with some interesting movements, and this guy back here is definitely one of them. Let's just pull him next, so that we don't have to deal with wondering where he's going to be. We really just can't output damage without Rend to help us, without our other bleed effect to help us. We just put out like the worst damage. It's pretty entertaining. I'd love to be able to eat here, but we can't, so... I'm glad they still carry copper with them. Target is too close. Okay, yeah, I can see to that, but we still can't charge. That's really unfortunate for us. I'm really super glad they don't swim away / run away from us. That's really great. Let's get up here before we die. That was a close one. I guess we picked the right time to come and do this quest. Alright, heading over to check the other boat now and actually kill some sailors. It looked like they were mostly Marines on the other ship. And we have another player out here, so we have some competition. If this is an item that gets picked up and has to respawn, or if it comes from a named mob, shit, then we're gonna have to hope that it's up when we go to get it. Oh, these guys can bleed. Even though they look like ghosts, you know what I mean? But they're clearly physically undead. I'm not gonna complain about it. The good news is that we can rend these guys. And that they're a couple levels beneath us. That's good for us as well. Especially at the moment. Now we can hope that they also don't run away. That would be awesome. Looks like we're good on that count. We've also broken our legs, which can't be good for us. Need to repair our gear pretty soon, but I'm going to finish this quest first. I'm not going to run back, just to repair a silly old pair of pants. I didn't find the box over there, obviously. I didn't find Snellig at all. I saw the captain spawn, but we don't need the captain yet. If we do need the captain, I'm assuming it will come after this. So maybe let's go check below. That's something. Two of them just kind of hanging out right there. We have a third down below. Here's a solid chest. Oh, this is First Mate Snellig. Well, that's really something. Why are we not hitting this guy? I can't do that yet. Okay. Fair enough. Are we stunned or gouged or we're disarmed? That's incredibly unfortunate. There's Slam. That's what Slam does. In case anyone was curious. Has a cast timer that we really don't need. Holy shit. I was going for the potion and then bam. Totally dead. All gear totally broken. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, this time let's approach this without me being totally stupid. We have actually repaired our gear, so nothing is broken now. We benefit from all of our armor and stats. And that should help us a long way towards actually killing these things. Now we know that the first mate is down here somewhere. But he's currently dead, so we're gonna have to wait for a respawn, which is okay, because we also need to take on some of these sailors. But I'm gonna do that... I mean, if I could do that on dry land, I would. But it doesn't want to give me many sailors up on deck. I don't need any more marines. I just, like, really hate fighting underwater. Let's get up here. This might be a way in if we can manage it. That's better. Kind of hoping that we'll be able to see his V-bar through the floor when he respawns, but I'm not 100% on that. Let's come over this way. Now this sword is supposed to have a chance to hurl a shadow bolt of some kind. I don't think I've seen it do that yet, but maybe I haven't been paying attention. Overall, I'm really glad we came here. This was pretty timely. We needed a good kill quest to get some killing experience just from the mobs, and also we'll get the quest experience, and if we're lucky, it'll chain into something. Should I work my way down here? That's the question. There we go. Not the best place for a 3-on-1 shoved up against the wall like this, but what are you gonna do? If I move, I risk pulling something else. Alright, can we get this last guy? I don't know. Probably not. Alright, well we were close. Alright, we're just going to continue below decks here where we left off and just take advantage of the fact that right now we don't have an overly aggressive respawn rate at least. Graveyard's not too far from here. I think this debuff really hurts us. Now it makes sense for these guys to want brains, I guess. They still have that like spectral filter to them where they are semi-transparent like Ghost would be, but they seem to think that they're undead at least. Look at him just running in. He was on a path that kept him perfectly away from us for a minute. Should back up before we randomly pull anybody else. I think I just saw our sword hit with that shadow damage, so that's nice. Maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. First mate is back up. Is there a better way for us to get to him? Probably. Yeah, I don't know about this. We're not going to be able to fight him and another guy. No. No. We're not going to be able to do that. We're definitely not going to be able to fight 3 guys. Well, this is becoming quite irksome. So how are we going to approach this? If he's always going to come with at least one other guy, and he's then also going to probably pull a third, we could clear everybody out and only deal with the 2 of them, but I'm not sure that just dealing with the 2 of them is even going to be good enough. Look, we're still in combat with something. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with the 2 of them without retaliation, which is fine. I could log out for 25 minutes and I could really just game it, but I mean, I'd rather not do that. I will if I have to. Because I don't even think if we clear all these guys out, I don't even think we could take him and his ad. We don't have the potions for it. We don't really have the gear for it. We're not out level enough. We could try to defensive stance it. I think our best bet would be with retaliation, we go in, we pop Thunderclap, and we retaliate, we go into defensive stance, and then we just hope for the best. It's really all that I can think of, but again, that requires us actually still having retaliate off cooldown, which we currently don't. We've got everything else we need for this quest now. We literally just need that guy. Now we're getting some respawns, which is also irksome. I don't think he's going to mess with us. These guys are a 2-pack. And then we got the buddies down there together. I wish this guy would path away, you know. We're very close just to pulling those 2 guys. We would have to clear these 2 guys out first. That sailor out over there. And then we'd still have another 2-pack to deal with when we pull the first mate. That's interesting. What we really need is another player to come by. If we had a little bit of help, then we could do this no problem, I think. So that's also an option. It's just that I kind of hang out until we get some assistance. I want to think we could take these two guys, you know, on their own. I guess we have to be able to do that. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Already off to an awful start. Why are they like swimming back in? We need to be moving away from the window, gents. I need to be not taking breath damage. Yeah, we can do this. I just have to not be a spaz. And then I think we'd be fine. There goes our last potion in the world. This is a little bit painful. But at least we got it. Now granted, would we have got it without that potion? Yeah, we might have. I see a pet. Where there's a pet, there's a player. I don't need this guy. Where are you, player? Can he see me? That's the real question, because he's already in a group. That is unfortunate, but that being said, we might still be able to take advantage of his help. It would be definitely taking advantage of it. He could help us clear out the bottom. I could see if they'll invite me. But we'll see. Definitely be a big help. I'm assuming you're the group lead. They don't seem to want to help, but that's okay. What to do, what to do. Guess I could wait for another player to come by and hope for someone who isn't in a group or is willing to invite me. Alright, I think we might be able to pull him. I think he's alone now. Possibly as alone as he's gonna get. Someone had killed him and it looks like he just respawned. Really love to have this guy out here on the land. There we go. All the way out here where we could see ya. All that ended up taking was a little bit more patience until I could get him on an off cycle with his mobs. A respawn off cycle. So that worked out well. I mean, that being said, he's wrecking us, so... And we have no rage generation at all. He's disarming us and we have that debuff on us. We're not gonna generate any rage. This is attrition. Yeah, he's disarmed us again, so we'll shield block. Alright. What a jerk. But he dropped his box. Whew, okay. That was a little bit of a challenging one. Let's head back. Bypassing most of these murlocs if we can, and probably just running if we can't at this point. I tried to get that group to invite me a couple of times, and they didn't seem very keen to. I even helped the hunter out when he went below decks and pulled a couple mobs. The Night Elf hunter, that is. I believe they were both hunters. And still no invite, but we just had to wait until we could get him by himself. Probably turn on herb tracking. We could have grabbed that strangle kelp and this strangle kelp, which I think we actually need right now for our current recipe. Don't really want to fight you. Okay, we're fighting this guy. Nothing worse than fighting a gray murloc. Well, there probably are things worse. Getting killed by a red murloc, for instance. Yeah, we need it for Elixir of Defense, which would actually be really useful. And to that end, I'm going to go back and grab this other one. And we'll make a couple of these and actually be able to use them once we defeat the entire murloc population of Barrett Bay, that is. He's swimming away. I don't have the ability to slow him down, I don't think, from defensive stance, which is incredibly annoying. It's in fact so annoying that I'm not going to chase him. There we go. He'll come back eventually. They will come back. And in the water, I don't know if you're ever going to catch a murloc. I feel like they can just outswim you 100% of the time. Alright, let's grab this and let's get the heck out of here. 3, nice. So we'll definitely make some of those defensive potions, and hopefully that will give us some more fortitude in combat. So we desperately need it. I'm also going to revisit the couple of blues I have stashed in the bank and check the auction house and see if prices have gone up enough for me to sell them. Before they were only selling for like a gold and 50 silver. To me it was more worth it at the time to hang on to them, but now that we're down to 2 silver and I can't afford all my abilities I've been picking and choosing the entire time. What abilities to train, thinking of that as a way to save, but even doing that, well, we're still broke. And we're level 30, so that's concerning. I have a couple of nice greens. Cloth greens that I'm going to sell. I mean, these are level 24 and level 18 cloak with 7 intellect on it. Granted, it has agility. I don't know who the hell would need that, but it's classic, so you'll see stuff like that all the time anyway. Doesn't mean nobody will buy it. And then we have these awesome shoulders, which would be great for a clothy if you don't have anything else. So yeah, we have some options of things we could put on the auction house to try to make some money. And we're going to do that today Well, I'll do that today. And we'll see if anything sells.
What can I do for you?
In my dreams, I could sometimes hear the doomed moans of my brethren. Please, good sir, free them from the bonds and quiet their cries. My gratitude to you, and the gratitude of my cursed brethren goes to you as well. To break the curse and free all of my brethren, the thing stowed on my ship must be retrieved and cleansed. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it was stored securely in the ship's strongbox, which Captain Halidor lorded over. My old captain is still in my dreams. I know he walks my doomed ship, the Intrepid. Get the key from him and use it to open the Intrepid strongbox. Then, after you have the cursed thing, bring it to the priest Glorin Steelbro in town. We know Glorin. That's cool. And we know where Halindor is. He's on that second ship that was further out where I thought our first item might be.
For the Alliance.
So we could definitely take care of that. We've seen him. I think we could shoot out and wrap that one up. I think we can at least get that done. See if this leads anywhere, or if it's going to give us some kind of closure. Okay, let's find this captain. And if anybody comes along, we'll try to group up. I really want all of this strangle kelp right now. Let's go ahead and pop our elixir of defense. So that we can be a little bit more prepared to take these guys on. Now we saw him over here, I'm fairly certain. I don't remember, but I think he was above deck. But I could be totally wrong. Seeing all the V-bars so close to us scares the hell out of me. Because usually when the V-bars are that close, they're just pretty close to aggroing, but these guys are below deck, so hopefully we'll be okay. Oh, he just killed the captain. Well, there was our player we would have grouped with. But the good thing now is we can clear out his marines. And that might make things a little bit easier for us to just take him on. The hunter came up this back area here. That's very interesting. We could probably do the same thing if we wanted. Let's just try to take this guy out first. Totally missed. We need to get a bow or a gun soon with some stats on it, hopefully. Some stamina would be great. Scroll of Spirit, we don't need that, but we could probably sell it. This should be perfect. If we get rid of these guys and we hang out for a little bit, he'll respawn. We should be able to get him by ourselves and we'll jump off the back here to pull our escape. Sounds like a good plan. This should actually be easier than getting the lockbox from the first mate was. Although we kind of made that hard for ourselves. Yeah, look at that. You can come right up the back here. So technically, you probably wouldn't have to fight anybody except this guy. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Well, I was hoping to have a minute before you pulled, but it looks like we're going right in here. Let's hope we can take him. So I was just clearing the decks, farming for some XP. The negative thing about the slower respawn rate is, of course, we have to wait longer for named mobs to respawn, and that was the case here. I really don't want any more ads. Let's pull him up here. Found a couple healing potions. Let's make use of one now. Looks like he's got a bubble of protection around him. That's gone now. And we're just going to assume he doesn't run because none of his companions have run. Got him. And there's the strongbox key. Let's actually open the strongbox. That's our next move. These guys have respawned. Don't know that we need to fight them though, because I'm sure the strongbox is going to be below decks. How far below decks? Well, how far can we get? It's not up here with the cannon, is it? Well, it could be in this back room. And so we're going to have to check. But what might be a good idea is to pull this guy out into the open air. I don't see it in here. And if we don't have to kill all these guys, I'd rather not, especially because those two might pull together. Let's see if there is anything else we could do. Can we go lower? We sort of can. We just can't get in right here. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. I think it must be down here somewhere, right? Let's pull this guy out. We're gonna run out of breath pretty quickly. Here we go. The key is rusted but fits the lock neatly. Opening the chest reveals blackened orbs, pulsing with an eerie light. It is the treasure of which Fitzsimmons spoke, a cursed eye of Paleth. Take the cursed eye of Paleth to the dwarven priest Glor in Steelbro. Okay, so we have a pulsing dark eye. Or orb. Sounds old god related to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. As much as I want to get that strangled kelp, I don't want to swim all the way out there, but maybe I will. Alright, we will use some editing magic and get ourselves back to the turn-in.
What's on your mind?
That drunk Fitzsimmons sent you to me? Well, you could tell him I don't have any extra ale. He's going to have to panhandle somebody else. An Eye of Paleth. Amazing. There's something wrong with this one. You found it on one of those shipwrecks? Well, that explains it. But I didn't know they had such an eye on the Third Fleet. It's no wonder Fitzsimmons was so spooked. A cursed Eye of Paleth is no cause for mirth. I can't lift the curse from the Eye of Paleth. The eyes were crafted by human priests, so you'll have to go to Stormwind to find someone who can help you. Speak with Archbishop Benedictus. He is head of the Cathedral of Light in Stormwind. He can help. I hope, for your sake. We could definitely do that. just means a trip to Stormwind.
soon.
I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and when we pick up, we'll find out more about this Eye of Paleth, which I'm incredibly interested in, actually, in Stormwind. I'm hoping that it has some kind of connection to the old gods. I think that'd be really cool. So overall, I think doing some questing in the wetlands is going to help us out quite a bit, and it's going to be beneficial, and we'll get to see some good lore, hopefully, while we're here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, any suggestions or tips that are not spoiler related are welcome. And until next time, take care and wish me luck.